Hey everybody, welcome back to the Overwatch Project podcast. This is actually just a short update. And for more information about everything I talk about or reference material, check out overwatchproject.com. There's a ton of stuff there for anyone that's doing research and things to look at. Now, I just wanted to update something because I had a comment, or once in a while I'll receive a comment that a link that I post or a book I recommend or something else I talk about, well, this guy says this in this book or mentions that in this video, and that's clearly wrong. And I'm aware of these things. I assume that people that listen to my podcast have the ability to discern for themselves and separate the bullshit from valuable information. And generally, as long as I don't find the source annoying, I will reference it. There are certain ones that are just too annoying to mention or link to anymore. For example, Alex Jones, any news service pretty much, unless they say something that is unusually valuable. Even Newsmax or One American News. These are all controlled bullshit operations, and I find them too annoying to even look at most of the time. So I generally avoid them, and I don't mention them except to tell you about it here. So I just wanted to tell you that most of the stuff I link to, there's content that I will find doesn't jive with the totality of the information. And that's how I research things. Things have to make sense in a logical way and without cognitive dissonance. There can't be any contradictions, and then you can try to make some kind of conclusion, sometimes using your imagination, because you don't really know. Like when I talk about spiritual things or the afterlife, it just has to be my deductions are based on a totality of information that's in line. There's no that tries to avoid as much or all contradiction as possible. So that's why I can link to someone who may be, I don't know, some kind of religious person. So their spirituality is driven by dogmas and doctrines that they can't see, or that they actually exist in a cognitive distance, or maybe a materialist that doesn't even believe there's an afterlife, but may have something valuable to say. For example, materialists are great at dissecting biblical texts or other religious texts because they don't have any emotional attachment to it, and they're great at taking apart something like that. And religious person may be great at ruining some materialist nonsense that they believe or don't believe in. And that doesn't mean that I agree with the religious person, but it just happens to be that they happen to be right in that particular instance, or that the materialist happens to be right when they're talking about a certain thing in a certain way. So I just wanted to try to clarify that for my audience, and I do mention it somewhere on my website. I remember posting it or writing it, maybe on the homepage or some other page, that just because I link to something doesn't mean I agree completely with it. Or maybe even I don't agree at all. Maybe I'm linking to something that has such horrendous information that people need to see just how stupid somebody is. So just use if you have your ego under control and your cognitive dissonance, if you're aware of contradictions when you encounter them, then you should be able to figure this out on your own. And that's all I wanted to say. So make sure you check out overwatchproject.com for more. And please sign up for a BitChute and library. And in case I disappear from the, tube here, which I'm broadcasting this on Spreaker, it gets copied to YouTube, and then it goes over to BitChute and also on library automatically from there. But if you need to make sure that you don't lose any of my stuff, everything, my entire YouTube channel is available on Library. All of my videos, my earliest one on, has been copied to an Overwatch channel on Library, and there's also the Overwatch Project on Library, and I have another small channel on Library also. All the links are on overwatchproject.com, so just go there first if you need to find me. All right, take care. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.